moms be vanishing in grocery stores. I don't know why they know the routes, I think, a little bit better than we do. Because when I go to the grocery store, I usually like try to go around, the sides with the meat, where the steaks, the chicken, the lamb, and the stuff people don't really want. That's where I'll go check out. But it seems, my mom likes to hide in the bakery aisle sometimes, maybe some spices. And, you never really realize that you need that kind of stuff until you move in on your own. If you've ever moved in on your own, moved out on your own, there's a lot of things you don't really remember to get. I remember I first moved into a house with my buddies, and we wanted to actually make like cupcakes or something. I think somebody was making a pot pie. That's what it was. And we didn't have a pie dish, and then somebody wanted pizza rolls, and we didn't have a pan, for frozen fries or something. And you gotta remember those little things, your parents or your mom does for you, and it's crazy stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to get soapy here or anything, but welcome to episode 53. We are in a new studio currently. We are in a recreational vehicle. It's pretty awesome. It's keeps me humble. Reminds me of back home a little bit. I wasn't in a trailer park back home, but our res, we definitely did have some RVs around, and we had them in our backyards, on our side yard. Good old Uncle Eddie in the back or something like that. Everyone knows an Uncle Eddie in the back with their that RV. Shout out to them, man. Anyways, man, what has been going on? This coronavirus has definitely hit me a little bit. I'm in an RV right now. Haven't shaved in a little bit. I got my headband up. I'm looking a little Apodcalypto. That movie, Apodcalypto, but instead of a pod, it's a pod-alypto. I'm really wondering what the next, what's going to happen, but I did see that over in Florida that they lifted the ban of going on beaches. The governor lifted it. And I saw people out partying like the coronavirus is still going on. And here's the thing. Parties are going to be there after the coronavirus. If you stay your ass inside, they will. Believe me, they'll be there. Nobody's going to stop partying. So you going out and partying is only making this longer. So yeah, maybe fun and maybe, doing all this and this, but I'm just saying it will be there. Your White Claws will be there. Your Miller Lite or whatever the fuck you drink. I don't know what you drink. Maybe you guys drink Corona or maybe that Modelo, but believe me, all that stuff will be there after this Corona if we can just stay alive. Don't put anyone at risk. But I should put this out there. I did go to a birthday party, and there was more than 8 people. There was like 9 people there. So I did break the rules a little bit, so I guess I'm yelling at myself a little bit here too. And I'm not perfect. I go to the grocery stores, and sometimes I don't, put a mask on. But I do know I am not like, every night. I mean, I hope everyone's been staying safe. Send me your stories, of your Corona stories at 425-320-3641. Remember that. That's always a good hotline to say whatever you want. I remember one time, too, I was over, I was home. I was actually home. And my mom, we'd have guests over sometimes, and people would be like, oh, what do you got planned today, the rest of the day? My mom would be like, I just got some gardening to do. I got some, maybe some housework to do. And basically what that meant was My son's got gardening to do and housework to do. So my mom would be like, all right, let's, I'm going to go to the garden. Come on, boys. Me and my brother would be like, what? Yeah, you guys are going to move all these rocks, or you guys are going to plant all this stuff and do all this. We'd be out there for hours, man. We'd be moving stuff that didn't even really need to be moved. But my mom would really want to get us involved and make sure we were staying active. I think was the main part of it. Getting that vitamin D as well. You know, I think that's the sun one. And I bitched about it then, but it did make me realize how thankful I was to, you know, be able to go out there and garden and do that kind of stuff, because now when it comes up, I know what I'm doing. And I think that's where it kind of stems from, is that when you're out doing chores you don't really like to do, when it comes to you being older in your own place, you know what to do. Again, you know, there's people over and, you know, when they move out, maybe they get a job, maybe they go to college, and I've met some people who don't know how to make mac and cheese, and the instructions right on it. Dude, you just sprinkle that powdered cheese in there a little bit, you know, and then pour the boiling water in. It's not too bad. But that's just how things go, you know. People learn as they go. That's how I learned. But native moms, man, they be like that. And my social media has been up a little bit more. My phone likes to make me a little bit more, little fuck you for my phone every morning, saying I've been on my phone a little more than I usually am. And do you guys get that too? Your phone's like, hey, you've been on your phone 52% more than you usually are. What's up? It's like, yeah, I know I'm a piece of shit right now and I haven't done anything but sit at home, but thanks. That's what that notification feels like to me. It's like, yeah, you ain't doing shit. You on Insta and Twitter all day. And I'd be on Twitter, you know, reading some stuff. And there's sometimes I think to myself, because when I tweet or post, I want it to be kind of funny most of the time. But when someone posts something serious on Twitter, do people like go like, wow, like the people are really gonna love this? Because every serious tweet I've ever read most likely will suck, unless it's news. You know, again, that's sports news, regular news. But most serious ones, like, I had a huge, hard upbringing when I was young, and this is how I dealt with it thread. Boo. Nobody wants to read that at all. Twitter's to fucking laugh, I think. And I follow people who laugh, you know, and have a good time. And if you don't, hashtag MUTE or hashtag UNFOLLOW. That spells unfollow and mute, because those things will happen real quick. I'll even block you sometimes. I hate it. But, you know, I'm not the person to say what social media is for, you know. Nobody really has a broad definition of what social media really is. But my tribe has been doing pretty good. You know, we've been quarantining and doing our thing and making sure everyone's being okay. Shout out to the families who were hurt from the coronavirus. But a lot of us are maintaining good social distancing and stuff like that. And I hope you are too. I really do. Been a little bit busy. I apologize. This episode was not posted on Thursday. But they just really be like thinking it needs to be interesting. Interesting yet funny. That's what I believe. You know, make sure it's interesting and make sure it hits the points. Is it reliable? That's another huge thing. I want to start doing stand-up. I officially realized that what I'm going to do is once a week, I'm going to get on Instagram Live and practice stand-up, because I can't go, you know, perform anywhere right now with the coronavirus. It's a good way to test out some material. Maybe there will be no one in there, but you know what? Sometimes if you go to a stand-up place, nobody's going to be there. So as of 4/20/20, I am going to, let's say this Wednesday, every Wednesday, do a comedy 30 minutes on Instagram Live. I don't know if it's going to be, I think it's going to be on my personal account, so if you guys haven't followed that, by now, it's Dominick_Joseph, I believe. Things are going great. Things are going really great. But why am I being serious after talking all this? Let's have some fun. So here's another thing. Drumsticks and wings. This is an age-old debate. If you like drumsticks, you're a child. You're a child. Because the wings, I feel like, just make you more... If you don't mind getting through the grit of the bones and, eating around it, you're an adult. You've been through some stuff. With the drumstick, it's simplified. It's like a training wheel to the wing. So if you still chew on drumsticks or have drumsticks, you're a child. Get the wing, and then I'll start treating you like an adult. If you go to you go to Buffalo Wild Wings or some place with wings and you only want drumsticks, child. You are. That's just how it goes. I mean, there's a person who I'm dating, actually. I don't want to say her name, but she's a blue cheese type of person. And she's from the land of the buffalo, them Bills, and she's a blue cheese person. But you know what? I'm going to say it now. I'm not a blue cheese person. And I haven't had blue cheese in a long time, so maybe that's what it is. And I put ranch on my buffalo wings. I know that's, sometimes a little bit not cool to do, but I definitely did. And I do. Blue cheese, that was me with the blue cheese. I almost threw up a little bit. I'm sorry, just saying it. If blue cheese was not named blue cheese, maybe it would be something different. Cheddar is cool. You say, I need some cheddar or Parmesan or maybe some Tillamook cheddar or even cottage cheese. But you say blue cheese, you're like, nope. Get that out of here. And then there's the argument, too. There's like, I don't like it on my wings, but I like it on my salad. So you still like blue cheese. That's still the problem. The problem is you like blue cheese. I am not a blue cheese guy at all. Ranch is good, and I also fuck with the Red Robin onion ring tower. The best appetizer I think of all time, because you get not only that primo campfire sauce and that ranch. Maybe you want a little ketchup or something too. You could get that on the third one, and that tower goes up. That tower don't last long. Me and my cousins and friends, and we devour the Red Robin Tower. And sometimes, when I'm feeling cool, I'll say I'll get the tower. It's just a cool appetizer. I think it's the best appetizer you can get. Other than oysters are pretty cool. I've been cooking actually some oysters. I actually heard on the Joe Rogan podcast that he had some experts on. And they're from New York, and they were talking about oysters were huge in the upbringing of New York because they provided a lot of protein, and it was easy to get for people of New York to go down to the docks or down to wherever, get the oysters. And they helped a big development. They helped the lower class by being able to get oysters. And for a long time, oysters and lobsters were like the shit food. Nobody really wanted it. And then it kind of started becoming high-end slowly and slowly. Now, if you want oysters, Rockefeller oysters that are half-shelled or whatever you want to call them, they are pretty expensive, especially with that lemon and under that ice. Maybe a little bit of fancy greens, too. It's I don't think they deserve it. I don't think oysters deserve to be in the rich lifestyle. I think they deserve to be down in the South or in Bay areas, and they are. But I think oysters should be more urban. a little more urban, suburban area. I don't think it should be in these fancy places. That's like me putting a Big Mac in like the most high-end meal ever. Just doesn't really. I don't think they deserve to be up there. I think they deserve to be a little bit more, lower. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in the lower. I'm also like, really pretty upper middle class person. But I don't know why people don't like to act like they're from the middle class too. Everyone wants to be from the hood, which I never really understood. Oh, yeah, you hear that? Everyone wants to be from the hood, which I never misunderstood. Oh, yeah. It didn't really make sense, but it definitely rhymed. The more people I meet, the more I like my dog. That is a bumper sticker in this RV that I'm in currently. That's a good quote to live by if you ask me. I've been looking at some animation, trying to get into that. I think it would be really fun. I want to make a animated series. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because by chance you guys take it and run with it. So, until I get the full plan nailed down and the artwork done, then I'll share it. I want to do a little 10-part series of animation, which would be really cool. Maybe I can become like a little part-time animator or something. I don't want to do anything huge. I don't want to make the next Finding Nemo, but maybe the next little cool YouTube series you guys can go check out. Keeps my mind occupied, especially in this quarantine. I'm looking like a Karate Kid a little bit too in this getup. But, episode 53, there's been a lot of things going on. What else we got here? Oh, we've all heard someone say, this is my style of this. You mean you couldn't execute what the person wanted? Oh, this is my style of these cupcakes. You mean you didn't have the recipe, or you're picky? That's what I always hear about when I hear my style. Oh, this is my style. This is my style of workout. You mean you can't do the regular one? So you were lazy and you adjusted it and called it your style. But let me say this. My style is also very great in art. You change things up and it's a great style. That's an artist, or same with chefs. But sometimes I hear my style like, hey man, this was my style of work. Like in the spreadsheet, it's like, no. Nobody says this is my style of Big Mac when they're working. This is it right here. I put a little extra hair in there. My style. Where did the my style come from? I guess that's a weird rant I can't really take a side on now that I think about it. But that's just how things go, weekly content. You got to have something. And sometimes I struggle getting up as in like starting the day. Not like I'm depressed or anything. Like, damn, I'm tired, I'm actually tired out this. I might take a nap. I'm actually becoming an old man. I'm not old at all. I'm 22. I'm 22, but it's just how things go. I just heard a sound go off on my computer. My grandpa wants to get a dog, which would be really cool. But let's see here. My brother just turned 18. Shout out to Luke Williams. He's been on the show. We're just going to free fall here. Let's see if I could tell you guys a story. Oh, yeah. Okay. One time I got up really early because I had to go to school. Sorry, the mic kind of gave out there. I had to go to school. And when you're in like high school, you have to wake up at like 2 a.m. to catch the bus. All of a sudden, like, my bus route was the last one, so that meant I was the first one to get picked up. I was on the edge of the school lines. So I get picked up at like 5:45. Or that's when I would get up at 5:30, and then I'd get out there by 5:45, 5:50, and then we'd pick everyone else up. That's just how the bus routes worked. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why the bus routes were so fucked, but I've never woken up as early as I did as when I was in high school. I was busy all day and I didn't even need a nap. Now I do 2 things and I need 5 naps. So I wake up and I was just, going through the motions, brushing my teeth and everything. And I get out there. It's cold as hell, but it's darker than usual. And I'm sitting out there waiting, and then I look at my phone. And my dumbass usually never wakes up on the first ring of my alarm, so I have a couple. I woke up the first time I got up, and I was probably half asleep walking to the shower. And I woke up, and it was 4:30, and I was out there. Oh, my God. I never felt so dumb. I think it might have been daylight savings as well, but the thing is, too, is like iPhones adjust to that, so I couldn't really make that excuse. And I did have an iPhone at the time. So I just kind of got up and watched Regular Show. I really love Regular Show. That's a really cool, really fun show. What's another story I have? I once was in middle school, and we were in 7th grade, and everyone was kind of just hanging out, doing their thing. And there was these kids who shall remain nameless. I don't want to say their names. But they would go to the store next to our school and get like Monster Energy drinks. They were like the skater cool kids. And man, did I want to be cool like that. It wasn't that I wasn't cool in middle school, but I was just kind of vanilla. I had my friend group, and we did our thing, and I never really got in trouble, except for like talking in class. That's about it. But I just kind of wanted to be cool a little bit, and I didn't go get energy drinks, though. I decided not to. But those kids did get in trouble. And I wonder how those kids are doing now. The kids that would get in trouble in middle school, I really do wonder where they are. I see them on Facebook. They're not far. I mean, they look like some of them got kids. Some of them got jobs. Some of them are just normal people. I wonder where those kids are now. They're just living their life, dude. You never know. Maybe one of them died. Maybe one of them got pregnant. Maybe one of them got a promotion at fucking Darlin's Cupcakes, or, I don't know, a pizza place. Maybe they're the co-assistant manager at Mod Pizza. They're just living their life, man. As soon as Walmart shuts down, is the minute I will start taking Corona a little bit more serious. Because I take it a little serious right now, but as soon as Walmart's not open, and we're not able to go get food like normal, like what we've been raised to do, then I'll be a little scared. And here's the thing. I know I just said raised to do it. A lot of you guys are probably like, what do you mean? Our people, or, we're supposed to hunt and we're gatherers. Yes, we were. But our generation, from when I was born, 97 to 2020, where we are now, I was able, and my parents were able, to always go to a grocery store. I have cousins who crab and cousins who do that, and they're kind of exempt to this, and I have gone too a couple times. But I'm just saying, like, even them, like, they had grocery stores to go to. You can go to Walmart and get a fucking thing of chicken breast. So it's like, as soon as that's shut off and our routines really shut down, that's when it's going to get a little crazy, I think. But I don't think it's going to get to that point. I think we're getting to the second wave. Things are going to start slowing down, and I think this will all be over by the 4th of July, maybe. That's going to be my guess. Obviously, you know, we could have a second wave, a third wave, a fourth wave. I don't know. But it's not going to stop if we don't do shit. It's a good day to be indigenous. And I hope it's a good day to be, white, Hispanic, African, maybe Jewish, maybe even a monk, it's a good day to be all those things, and it's a good day to be happy. Remember that self-quarantining is what do they call it? A luxury. So take that for granted. And again, tell me your Corona stories, 425-320-3641. I'd love to hear them and what you're doing. Maybe you had some drama. Maybe you drank, maybe you ate someone's last toaster strudel. Call me and let me know what happened at 425-320-3641. This has been episode 53 of the Dom Joseph Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening, and have a fantastic, I don't even know what day is in Spanish, but I'm trying. I'm going to try to learn a little bit of Latin too. All right, everyone have a great one.